They say if you think every day, then you should write every day. And not only is it an incredible tool for mental clarity, but it makes something real once you ink it down on a piece of paper. It changes something that's incredibly fleeting or can be fleeting to incredibly tangible. And, it's one of the rules that I try to live by. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about organization because I feel like at the core of idea creation and, cultivating a growth mindset sits organization. And it's not like, sitting your books on a shelf in chronological order. It's the structure to letting your thoughts loose and a process to how you individually work. Recently I was chatting to a friend about his first trip to Japan, and having both went, within the last 7 years, we both got to connect over the idea that as soon as you go to Japan and as soon as you're back, you have always got a feeling and a craving to be back in Japan. The way that they operate from a craft perspective, from an efficiency standpoint, from a beauty, and just overall energy and aura that you get from interacting with their people, their language, their history, and the locations. Everything feels right. And I know I'm biased, being someone who just went to visit and doesn't actually live there. Every place has their good and bad, things. But for me, it's provided me a lifetime's worth of inspiration just having visited Japan once. And this is important because, there are a couple products that are based in Japan that help me on the day to day. One being Midori, and the other brand, Hobonichi. The Midori notebook is one of maybe three, paper products that I hold space for, and mostly just because of how much Japan holds a special place in my heart. With this, you can immortalize the day to day. These notebooks are designed for simplicity. And the thing is, coming from Japan, you know that it's going to be an incredible product with every detail stressed. The way the ink rolls off the paper is an experience in itself. Everything about them is crafted with writing comfort in mind. One of the things that I really do believe in is, that excitement breeds effort. And if you're excited about the tools that you're using every day, then you're more likely to stay on track with that goal or that habit moving forward. Every morning, before I get into the day, I like to sit down, get into some morning pages. So you don't even need to have a goal for what you want to write down. It's just a stream of consciousness. As soon as you wake up, really to get the ball rolling and lay a foundation for what you want the day to be like, and get all of the potentially negative energy on the page and breed positive energy into the future. And another monumental, step in my organization was recently investing in a Hobonichi Tesho, one of these bad boys. And what you got here is a daily planner of sorts, but one scoped for the next 5 years. So this Tesho is listed from 2024 to 2028. And one of the reasons for getting it is so you could look back on where your ideas were, what your thoughts were really focused on over the past 5 years, and you're able to, track the growth, cultivate wisdom, and stack up ideas in something that, you can carry around with you every day. And lastly, we have Notion, which is the mecca, to me at least. It has everything: your digital brain, AI tools, an aspect that is very meta, pages within pages within pages of organizational digital tools. And it's become a constant in my life over the past 2 to 3 years, only growing every day. I was doing a little bit of a scroll last night, TikTok, Instagram, what have you. We all have our vices, but I heard a quote from Codie Sanchez. I believe she was on the Diary of a CEO podcast with Stephen Bartlett. I'll link that in the description as well. But she had a great quote. High performers just want to execute. They simply just want to execute, work as hard as they can, see results, and then enjoy the rest of their lives, and add a sense of freedom to their day-to-day. But I do believe that if you are a high performer, you have to have a process. You have to have a structure that allows you to, be successful in whatever discipline, you want to be successful in. I mean, of course, this is a form of esoteric study. Not everyone is going to have this process or a similar process, but it really is a way to move throughout one's day using different products to make sure that every single thought, if that is your prerogative, is tracked in a way that's useful to you moving forward. Starting in the morning, you have the morning pages on a Midori notebook. I'll move through Notion during my workday, archiving projects, cataloging links that are important for the future, making sure that I'm tracking, everything from finances to daily admin tasks. And then once the day is through, I'll move over to my Hobonichi and make sure that the wisdom or, the thoughts that are gathered throughout the day and are going to be important for later are inserted into my Tesho. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we all want to learn. And what this channel is really about is inspiring others to, think freely and think critically. So if this type of content interests you, or you find that you are generally curious throughout the day-to-day, then this type of thought structure or organizational structure might be for you. But, let me know in the comments below, what type of content you want to see. Yeah, more to come from us. Chat soon.